Welcome to This Explainer. I'm so glad you're here. We're tackling something that can feel, honestly, pretty daunting, but it absolutely doesn't have to be. Look, if you've ever walked into a packed dance hall, heard that bass pumping, seen all this incredible talent spinning around, and just felt totally lost trying to find a reliable partner of your own here in Chicago, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're ditching the guesswork. We're not treating this like a random roll of the dice anymore. We're going to use a literal blueprint.
First things first, let's address the elephant in the room. Why is finding the right partner so incredibly tough? It's frustrating, right? I mean, Chicago has this massive active scene, but then you've got mismatched schedules, one person works nights, the other weekends, or wildly different commitment levels, like someone wants to train for national comps and somebody else just wants to grab a margarita and sway on a Thursday night. Plus, we've all had those awkward, high-pressure asks that make you want to just hang up your dance shoes for good. It feels like looking for a needle in a haystack. But with the right system, totally fixable.
So here is our choreography for today. First, we'll look at the Chicago dance scene, then define your dance goals, figure out where to meet partners, cover how to ask respectfully, and finally, look at the low commitment test.
Let's jump right into step 1, the Chicago dance scene. The source material makes a really crucial point here that kind of flips the whole problem upside down. The challenge isn't a lack of opportunities. Chicago is absolutely packed with world-class studios, late-night socials, massive ballrooms. The sheer volume of choices is staggering. The actual challenge? Finding the right fit through all that noise. Because the scene is so deep, we need to treat the search like a structured methodology to find compatibility. No more just showing up and crossing your fingers. We're purposefully putting you in the path of success.
Moving right along to step 2, define your dance goals.
This is where things get interesting, because you have to look inward before you ever step onto a dance floor. By explicitly writing down these 4 prerequisites, you literally filter out 90% of incompatible matches right away. First, what's your preferred style? Are you going all in on salsa, tango, or ballroom? Next, what kind of partnership format do you want? Just a buddy for weekly socials, or are you drilling technique for competitions? Third, be brutally honest about your availability. If you can only do Sunday mornings, own it. And finally, your current level and goals. Be realistic here, okay? Watching a few advanced routines on YouTube does not make you an advanced dancer. Nail these down, and you save everyone so much time.
Now that we know what we want, let's talk about step 3, where to meet partners.
First up on the venue list are dance studios and classes. If you're looking for high efficiency, structured beginner to intermediate classes are an absolute goldmine. Think about it. The setup usually forces you to rotate partners every couple of minutes, so in just 1 hour, you physically feel out a dozen different connections. It's like speed dating for dance partners. It organically reveals who shares your learning pace and communication style. Oh, and definitely keep an eye out for informal partner boards hanging on studio walls. They are practically flashing neon signs for people looking for exactly what you're offering. Next, we have social events and weekly socials. Now, these are incredibly valuable because they give you the power of observation. It's a low-pressure setting where newcomers and regulars just mingle. So before you even ask someone for a dance, you can grab a drink, hang back, and just watch. See how they protect their partner from collisions on the floor. Gauge their comfort level and how they handle mistakes. It's the perfect, stress-free scouting environment to mentally build a short list of potential partners without any pressure whatsoever.
And then there are community groups and meetups. We're talking targeted, tight-knit networks like specific Chicago swing circles or dedicated Latin groups. The absolute magic word here, consistency. Showing up to these specific circles for a few weeks in a row is what actually builds the foundation. People need to recognize your face, They need to see your dedication to the community before they're going to commit their limited free time to you. Once you're a familiar face, those walls just come right down.
All right, here comes the big one. Section 4. How to ask respectfully.
Okay, this is the moment that makes most people's palms sweat, the actual ask. But we're using a super intentional 5-step sequential formula to make sure your first message is simple, specific, and time-bound. Step 1, introduce yourself and your level. Step 2, share your availability right off the bat so nobody wastes time. Step 3, state exactly what you want. Social dancing, intense practice, whatever. Step 4, suggest a concrete plan, like taking a class together next Tuesday. And step 5, politely confirm expectations. Make sure they're comfortable switching partners, for example. Boom, ambiguity completely removed.
So, what does this actually sound like? Well, you might walk up to someone after a great social dance and say, "Hi, I'm an intermediate dancer, free weeknights after 7. I'm looking for a practice partner to take classes with. Are you comfortable switching partners?"
Just listen to that. It's confident, it's specific, and it is entirely pressure-free. There's no hidden agenda, and there's an easy out if they aren't interested. This direct approach is exactly what Chicago dancers respond best to.
Which leads us right into our final phase, Section 5, the low commitment test.
This is honestly the genius of the low-stakes reframe. A high-pressure ask is trying to lock someone into a long-term, weekly commitment right out of the gate. That's literally like proposing marriage on a first date. It's terrifying, and you're probably going to get a fast no. Instead, use the low-commitment test. Just propose one single practice session or one group class together. That's it. It massively reduces anxiety, lowers the barrier to entry, and lets both of you see if the chemistry and learning styles actually click.
Now, when you're actually in that trial session, your priorities will depend entirely on your current level. If you're a beginner or maybe returning after a long break, your absolute priority should be finding someone who's patient, communicates clearly, and deeply respects boundaries. If you're an advanced dancer, your needs shift. You need someone who matches your honest training pace and shares constructive goals without ego getting in the way. Always remember, matching schedules takes time, but safety, respect, and communication, those are way, way more important than raw technical ability.
And here is the ultimate payoff for putting all this together. When you focus on those targeted venues, when you make clear, low-pressure asks, and when you simply show up regularly, something truly magical happens. The Chicago network effect kicks in. You literally stop having to hunt for partners because by being a familiar, reliable face, the community starts working for you. People start introducing you, instructors recommend you, opportunities just start popping up everywhere, all because you treated the process with intention.
So I'm going to leave you with one final thought. Are you ready to stop leaving your dance partnerships to pure chance and start using the blueprint? You've got the strategy, you know exactly which venues to hit, and you have the perfect pressure-free script. It's time to get out there and hit the dance floor with a confident, strategic mindset. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I absolutely cannot wait to see you out there thriving on the floor.